We have with us tonight a representative from the Alabama Association of School Boards, Dr. Tim Morgan, who helped lead our school system in the search for a new superintendent. And I will, without further ado, turn it over to Mr. Morgan, and he can begin his presentation. How did he guess?
In there is, at the very back of those, Nathan, is the summary of the five. So if you turn to that.
Thank you.
Keep over your shoulder there.
I wish now that I hadn't let my bus license go, I'd have a job. But I don't think I could go back through that and pass the exam again. This process, in this, you had over 40 people apply for your superintendent position. Majority came from the state of Alabama. You had candidates from Georgia, North Carolina, New Jersey, Michigan, California. So Madison County is the place that they would like to be. And it's an attractive district, and especially across our state, everyone, you're well known. And and these five candidates here tonight, they're very strong, each and every one of these. They would not be on the list if we didn't think they would do a good job as your superintendent. You have the great challenge of deciding which one is the right fit for you. I guess I could go ahead. Time to begin. We'll begin. This is the alphabetical order, so it's not like these are our choices. We'll start with alphabetical order, and we'll start with the first one. The first one is Mr. Anthony J. Buckner. He goes by AJ. His current position, he's curriculum supervisor in Jackson County, right here close to you. He's also, before that, he was a curriculum supervisor in Jackson County. He was the middle school principal in Jackson County for approximately 8 years. High school assistant principal. He's been a head basketball coach, a teacher and coach, so forth. And that's our first candidate, Mr. Anthony J. Buckner. The next candidate is Dr. Greg Desjarnette. You say Desjarnette several times. You kind of get used to it after a while, but I've talked to him. I've talked to each candidate at length about this and about the position in several occasions. His current position, he's Education Administrator Supervisor at the State Department of Education. He's been there since 2014, 5 years, and before that, he was also there 2 years in a different role at the State Department. He also was a high school principal in Chilton County, Chilton County Schools in Alabama. He was Director of Transportation in Chilton County. He was Assistant Principal in Chilton County, and he was a teacher coach in Chilton County. So he spent most of his career there. And that's their second one. That's Dr. Greg Desjarnette. The next candidate is Dr. Tim Gwynn. Dr. Gwynn is from Russellville. Currently, he's Assistant Superintendent in Russellville City Schools. Before that, he's been in that role since 2016. He was the high school principal in Russellville. They only have one high school in Russellville, by the way. He was Assistant High School Principal in Russellville. He was a high school principal in Franklin County Schools, and he was a teacher coach before that. That one's Dr. Tim Gwynn. Next is Mr. Alan Perkins. And, of course, you know this gentleman probably much better than I do. He's sitting right here close to us, Director of Equity and Innovation, Madison County Board of Education. He's been in that role for a couple of years. Before that, he was Supervisor of Instruction in Madison County Schools. He was the middle school principal, I believe, at Buckhorn, if I remember correctly. And he was assistant principal and a teacher here in Madison County. Mr. Alan Perkins. The fifth candidate, Mr. Edward Lee Willis, goes by Lee. His current position, he's Deputy Superintendent in Morgan County Schools. He's been in that role since 2011, so that's about 8 years. He was high school assistant principal in Morgan County. He was alternative school principal in Morgan County, assistant principal, agri-science technology instructor in Lawrence County. He was also a teacher in Carbott County schools in the Shoals. So these are our 5 candidates. I feel very strongly about these. These are some top-notch people here that you're going to meet.